The National Commission on Disability is hoping to bring an end to discrimination against differently abled persons by introducing a sensitization program. Department heads of the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, in collaboration with the Commission, held a workshop to educate heads on the rights of persons living with disabilities and how they can play their part in improving the way such individuals are treated. The Commission's Administrator Beverly Pyle told Capital News that the time has come where persons are more accepting of individuals who are differently able. She said the workshop is one way that the much-needed change can come about.
Places to make sure that everybody understands their role as it is in the Disability Act, because it's all there in the Disability Act, but the Act can be a piece of paper sitting on somebody's desk. So if you don't tell them what's in it, if you don't make it happen that people understand what's in the Disability Act, they will never understand. So we're making sure that people know what the Act says so that they can be involved in it and have their own way of doing what they could do for persons with disabilities in terms of supporting them. But the Ministry of Culture, they deal most so with sports and cultural activities. And what we're looking at in terms of that is to make sure that in their activities, persons with disabilities are included. We're not talking about something separate and distinct. We're talking about inclusion, making sure that persons with disabilities can be a part of all their programs that they may have when it comes to sports and culture.
According to two participants, they plan to use the information to empower other employees of the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport on how they too can play their part in bringing an end to the discrimination towards differently abled persons.
We already started work already. It's just to impart some more, to strengthen it more with the other staff that do not know how to communicate with a person. Instead of watching a person and saying that they are so scarred or they have a funny hand or so on, no, they will get to understand it. It's not to have pity on them, but to respect them as the ability that they have, not the disability.
But we're not going to just leave it right here. We're going to extend a hand to the various regions where we have youth officers working. We're going to also do training for them too, because we want it to be a holistic thing. We don't want to just do it this morning and just forget about it, because from day to day we're dealing with disabled people. I want them to know that we have the love and care for them just like any other persons. So we're going to sensitize our other staff so that they too can have a holistic approach.
The one-day session touched on various rights of persons with disabilities, access to education, health, employment, sport and recreation, among other areas. Mark Moore reporting for Capital News.